Well, well, well. Another day, another rug pull. Another day I get to come on here and be like, yep, I told you guys this was going to happen. I told you, don't get the FOMO. Please don't FOMO into this shit, man. You know the shit's getting worse. And day by day we see it. Consumer confidence report came out this morning, and it is at a 16-month low, and it missed expectations. People expected it to drop um, just to 100. They did not think it would drop below 100. And of course, I don't know who makes these projections. These economists, these people who said inflation was going to be as bad as it is like a year ago, are the people that make these kind of expectations, projections, or whatever, and they are always wrong. So we got the consumer confidence dropping down to 98.7 from 103.2 in May. Just terrible. It's a big drop. It's not like crazy low. It's the lowest it's been since February of 21. So uh, pretty bad considering that that was during COVID when people were still pretty scared of COVID, and this is during now just inflation time. So yeah, it's not good. The American consumer is dying before our very eyes, and it's all because their money is just getting destroyed by inflation. It's all going into the gas, it's all going into their electric bill, their rent, their cars, everything. It's just people aren't going to have any money. We already see that people aren't saving any money. Their savings from COVID are gone, or they just didn't even save anything from COVID. Um, and it is just getting worse and worse and worse. And I hate to be the guy that's just like I told you so, but it's like everyone knows this market's come down now, dude. Like it used to feel like in the stock market when you wanted to be like a contrarian, be like everyone's saying, man, that the market's gonna go down, but I see something no one else sees. But this just isn't the time for that. You cannot just you can't spin it. You can't spin the lie. And it's not good. What's also very bad is high inflation expectations, and those are almost as bad as inflation itself because it is a self-fulfilling thing. When expectations for inflation rise, it causes inflation to rise because when everyone and their mom thinks inflation's going up, 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 and they think they should get a raise. They go ask their boss for a raise, and boom, they got more money. What do? They go to the store. They buy more things. What's the store do? Oh shit, our supply is still low, but people keep buying, so we're gonna jack up prices. Boom, you got inflation, and that's not good. You cannot have high expectations for inflation, and we do because it's out of control. I mean, obviously, what are people just gonna live under a rock? You go to buy anything, and it's way more expensive than it was this time last year. People know the CPI data is a joke too. They know it's not at just like 8%. It's at like 12% over a year, dude. It's such a joke. Um, so it's bad. People don't like inflation. Who'd have thought? They don't like it when their money loses value over time when they don't do anything, and it's not their fault. So this tells us the Fed looks at this stuff. We know they're going to do the 75 basis point hike. I think the market's going to price that in very poorly. Uh, I think it's going to continue dumping from here. Most of the setups I showed you guys, man, I told you guys about these setups. You guys got to be watching this shit daily. You guys got to come in here and see this stuff. I showed you Amazon. Look at Amazon, this big old head and shoulders we got, and look at that, just created the next shoulder perfectly, and now we dump. Now everyone sees the head and shoulder, and now we dump. We just have this. This is like a 5-year-old could do this, man. Just this trend line. Look at bounce off it, retested, bounce, retest, and just dump right through it. You know your boy grabbed a put on this. This was too easy. I'm probably gonna hold it overnight. I'm probably just gonna swing this. I honestly think we're just gonna continue to dump, because of course we have a CPI report coming up, and we have PCE on Thursday. We got a Fed meeting this month. You know, it's just gonna be bad news after bad news. So I'm gonna hold a Amazon put through the end of July. I also have a Nasdaq put that expires in August. It's for 250 strike price, but this is what Nasdaq does. This is what the whole market does. It dumps, it comes up, it rallies, it consolidates, and then dumps again. This time it just did it on a much quicker scale. We just ripped up, consolidated for a couple days, and now next leg down. So I'm just going to trade with the trend, and the trend tells me that we're going to make a lower low from here. So I'm not going to trade against the trend. I react to the market. I do not predict it, and my reaction would be take this short because it looks like it wants to dump. Same with SPY. Um, SPY just broke through support, continue to dump. We're now officially got a sell signal on the system. We crossed below the 50 moving average on the 30-minute chart. Very bearish looking. Does not look good considering the news and everything. So the market has been just pricing in the death of the American consumer. So we still have a ways to go. We haven't gotten the earnings recession yet. Just wait until, I mean, you guys haven't seen nothing yet. Just wait until we start seeing what earnings is looking like. Companies have been selling off 30% off bad earnings, and we're hardly even in this recession. I mean, we've barely even put the tip in. Just wait until we're balls deep in this recession, and things are just going to get much, much worse. So, just wait until we start seeing those earnings reports. I mean, you can never be too early to shorting this market, I don't think. Because it's most likely going to come down. But, I mean, I've been telling you guys about this. I've been showing you guys. You guys got to come on in here. I give this shit for free. You know, you got dumbasses out there charging money for this shit. I come out here and I show you, look at this channel on the NASDAQ, dude. I mean, how easy is this? Rising wedge perfectly. It taps off of it. It broke it here. Fake out. Tapped that line again. Tapped it again. Almost tapped it up here. If you would have bought a put off that rejection, I know I didn't. I'm not that smart, but I waited until the breakout and then just continue dump. You see that? It broke the trend line. Look at the volume. Dump. I give this shit for free. Y'all don't need to pay these idiots that run these discords, man. I've been telling y'all. NASDAQ is dead. Amazon. So I like Amazon short because it's still way overvalued. You know we're gonna get the headlines. Amazon's laying people off. We're getting 2 Prime Days from Amazon. That's always a red flag. When you have retailers that do these specials that they used to only do like once a year, and now they're just like, how about 2 Prime Days? You know Amazon is thinking we're gonna have a fuck ton of inventory by fall, so we need a second Prime Day to try to sell some of this shit because we're gonna be sitting on a lot of inventory because people are gonna be tightening their belts. They're not gonna be buying as much shit. So you know those headlines are gonna be coming that Amazon's laying people off. They employ millions of people. That's going to be bad. So I like Amazon to the downside. And it just has, I mean, this is almost too perfect. Like, you cannot make this shit up. You got the head over here, then especially when the head was created by the stock split. This is why you sell after the stock split. Look at where it split and then just dumped. I mean, it ripped up into the split and dumped. And now it's too perfect to the downside. So I love it. I'm holding this put. I'm already up $160 on this bad boy. I could just sell it and take my shekels and walk away, but I'm holding this. I want the bag, baby. I'm confident. So with that confidence, I'm gonna hold. What else do we got? I think that's probably it. It's just, yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. No one's got any money. No, people do got money, but I mean, no one's got savings. Everyone, the people that did save any money over COVID, it's already gone. If you didn't save any money over COVID, you're fucked. We already see credit card spending just skyrocketing. Loan delinquencies are going up. Mortgages are going up. Everything's going up in price. People's wages aren't going up with it. If it is, I mean, it is a little bit, but it's just wages are so far behind. The wages back in the 80s, I mean, they were low, but the ratio of what a house cost to what your wages was about 5-1. Now it's like 8-1. Like, it's just a joke. I don't know, and it's all just culminating into this perfect thing that's just it's just a big fucking zit on the forehead of the American economy that's just gonna explode, and it just has to because this economy is just so broken. The only thing that is keeping people's confidence up is that everyone can get a job. That's the main thing. Everyone can get a job, but the worry is, well, yeah, everyone can get a job, but what does it matter if you have a job if you're still fucking broke? If you're just not making enough to keep up with the costs of everything. And that's basically where we're at. I mean, that's just how it is. It doesn't matter if you have a job if you can't afford anything, and if all your money is going into your housing, your cost of living, and you have like $10 left over at the end of the month. That on a macro scale is not good. Expectations of inflation is not good. But Fed is just going to have to keep ramping shit up. It's just the way it is. Unfortunately, they're just going to have to keep on jacking up them rates, force us into a recession. And that's absolutely their game plan. And we got the close, and the Nasdaq is still dumping. It looks like. All right. Well, pray to God we don't gap up tomorrow. Nah, I don't think there's any chance of that. I really don't. Watch, this will be famous last words. There's no chance we go up in this market, and then we do. So, uh, yeah, it's bad when you just have this much inflation. It's scary. I know that's all I talk about is inflation, but this recession, if it gets so bad, which I mean it could. This is the worst start to a year since the Great Depression. Worst start for a stock market year since the Great Depression, and we haven't even really gotten into the depression part of it. So yeah, that's about it, boys. Another day, another dump. Don't feel resist the FOMO. I'm telling you, come if you're ever feeling FOMO, come and watch my videos, and I will show you why you should never ever feel the FOMO because you just know the direction this market's going to go, man. You know the trend is too strong in this market. You always go with the trend. Don't fight the trend. It's stupid. If you're buying and holding shit for 10 years, go ahead and fight the trend, but don't do it now, dude. Look at Meta just off a cliff. You know what's going to happen because we do get these green days. We'll get these green days where it feels like things go straight up, but then you look at the green day and it's like, wait a second. Nah, we just gapped up and then went straight up for like 5 seconds and then went up a little bit. But then on these red days, that's where you get the continued, like, look at the volume compared to the green days on the red days. It just, there's so much more money to be made if you're trading the downside in this market. So that's my mindset is I will just aggressively trade the downside and not get fooled into the upside. And that's really the only way to survive. And that's how you got to look at it. I'm out here trying to survive, man. And I will do whatever it takes. And it looks like Bitcoin's about to break 20,000. Anyways, that's all I got, folks. I'll catch you on the next one. I got no trades to recap. I'm holding everything I bought today. I didn't day trade anything. Um, I went up 160 on these puts. I'm up 20 bucks on the Nasdaq, and as far as I'm concerned, I don't need to do anything else because I think I have my bases covered. We'll see what tomorrow brings us. If we do get a bump tomorrow, I would look to add to this Amazon call or this put because I'm so confident. I could see us bouncing here. We could bounce off of 108 up to maybe 110, 111, and then back down. Give us another head and shoulders, why not? But as for right now, I'm just going to hold this, and I think we're going to see very much a lot of downside. So, with that being said, I'll leave y'all to it. Peace.